What is up, Uneducated Duo podcast fam? My name is Pablo.
And I'm Gerald.
And this is the Uneducated Duo After Dark.
Why is it after dark?
Because it's fucking after dark, bro. What the fuck?
For real. This guy shows up. Okay, so today's Friday, right? And we usually record these on Sundays. Comes in and he's all like, I'm here to do the podcast. And I thought he was bullshitting. So we sat down and watched TV for like 2 hours?
It's like an hour.
You got here like at fucking 7.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
that's because your ass went to go shower.
well, because I was sleeping.
And then you came down and we watched like 2 episodes of Rick and Morty. And then you're like, oh, you're serious.
Well, I didn't think you were serious. I thought you just were kicking it.
I never do that. What the fuck?
Exactly. That's why I was like, damn, my cousin, bro, came over and visited me just for fun one time.
I got a family, bro.
So?
We kick it on Sundays. But yeah, today was a Friday day.
Your family loves me. You
Well, yeah,
anything
your
interesting
family
going
too,
on?
bro.
You didn't have any interesting going on this week?
Not really, man. This week was like my first week at my job of like actually doing my job.
Oh, like no more training?
Yeah, so it's been kind of fucking like mentally draining. So I'll get home and shit, and like my wife's talking to me, and I'm like fucking dazed out of my mind, you know, because I got fucking been using my brain all day and shit. So yeah, there's that, and then I mean, besides that, fuck, bro. I mean, I wake up, I fucking shower, I go to work, I get home, it's fucking dinner time. It's time to go to bed.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You know when you scroll through Netflix, sometimes you're trying to watch a show to watch because you've seen everything or the shit's just not interesting anymore.
Yeah.
So I ended up on this show called The 100,
Uh-huh.
which it's like a sci-fi show where like the world went through like nuclear explosions and then people went to space and then they came back to the world like 100 years later or whatever when it was like livable.
Oh, it's a movie.
No, it's a TV show. It's like a sci-fi show.
Oh, okay. It's a show though. It's not real.
Yeah, it's not fucking real.
I don't fucking know.
But
dude.
fucking how would it be real? Nuclear war?
Yeah, man, I don't fucking know, dude.
What?
What's real?
What? I don't even know what you're saying.
Exactly. Anyways, keep going.
So, okay. So I'm watching this show, right? And I'm binging it for like 3 days now. I'm on like season 3, bro. I went fucking hard in the paint. But it's one of those shows that like you can tell. You know when you watch any sci-fi show, you're like, all right, obviously this is like not real. Like you can tell when shit looks hella fake because it's like low ass
Quality and shit.
yeah, like shitty sci-fi graphics, or you're like, that motherfucker doesn't have 3 arms, you know, shit like that. But man, I went in deep, bro. I've been falling asleep on my couch every day, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go to work, and then I go to work, then I come back and fucking watch the TV show again.
I kind of knew that shit, motherfucker. Cause so the whole reason I came over was cause we went to the mall last week when I went to we went to go get food at the mall, right? We stopped by Box Lunch and I bought a fucking purse for my wife because she's been wanting it. It was a Harry Potter purse.
Okay.
So then that shit shows up. I'm like, cool, you know, it fucking looks badass. And then I tell my wife, these motherfuckers sent the fucking purse with the security tag still on it. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like thinking to myself, do I cut it off? No, I probably don't want to cut it off because some of them have like
the ink thing?
The ink like bomb thing that when you cut it, it'll just explode and shit. So I'm like, I'm going to fuck it up if I do that. So I message customer support and they're like, all right. Well, we got 2 options. You can go to the store and they can remove it there, or I can send you a return label, but this item is back ordered. So I was like, obviously I'm going to go to the store. I didn't mention shit either. He's like, for the inconvenience, I'll just give you some reward points.
Oh, dope.
So he gave me $10 of reward points, and I didn't notice that they were in there. I thought I had already had some points.
Okay.
So then I get in a chat, and I'm like, hey, I didn't get my points. I guess they don't fucking look into it. They just reissue them.
Just gave you 10 more?
So I got 10 more, yeah. So,
wait, did you go to the store and get the thing taken off?
Yeah, I did go.
And they didn't even...
No, because I took the receipt and shit, right? So I was like, hey, I bought this online. They sent it with the security tag. They told me to come in here and fucking... come in here and get it taken off, basically.
I've done that shit like at Ross, right? I'm at Ross fucking buying shit. I used to go to Ross like all the time to try to find soccer jerseys because like that's where, if you get really lucky, you can find like original jerseys from like the past seasons.
Yeah.
They always send them to the Rosses. So I'm in there. I buy this shirt, right? I get home and I realize that fucking security thing is on it, right? But I'm also the kind of like guy who like as soon as he gets his receipt, he just crumples it up and throws it away.
Yeah, yeah.
So I threw that shit away immediately. And I had the shirt and I didn't go back that day. I think I was like busy or some shit. So I'm going to go back another day, right? And I'm like, what if I walk in there with this fucking shirt and the guy's like, did you steal this shit? Because there's no proof that I bought it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's still got the fucking
and it still has the security tag on it, right? And I'm like, I'm not trying to go in here and like get in a fucking like not an argument, but like, you know, one of those like discussions where you have to like prove to this person that you're not a thief, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, no, I didn't take this shit. I bought it. You guys didn't take the thing off. It's your bad, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So you ended up going or what?
Yeah, I went eventually.
There's a way to get some of the tags off where they don't drop ink or anything. But it has to be like those long ones. You got to like shove a fucking string under it and just kind of turn it till it comes off.
Like on some thief shit?
Yeah, but I think it's like magnetic anyways. I mean, I get why they put them on there and shit, but like, I mean, I ordered it in store. I didn't expect to be going back to the store, so that was kind of shitty. But I did tell my wife I'm going to ask for a fucking reward. And I didn't even end up asking. They just gave it to me and shit.
That's dope.
I got a funny story about stealing though. So,
okay.
When I was younger, I remember there was this situation where my parents were at Walmart, right?
Okay.
And so my dad was still inside checking out. My mom had already checked out whatever she had gotten. So sometimes Walmart puts racks outside with like clearance shit. So my mom's looking through all that shit while my dad's finishing checking out.
Outside, like where they put like the pumpkins and shit? Like
yeah. So my mom's looking through there. She doesn't find shit. My dad comes out, so we start walking to the car. And then out of nowhere, like all these fucking Walmart employees like surround our car.
Oh shit.
And they're basically like saying that we stole shit from the outside fucking rack.
Okay.
So they looked through all our shit. Obviously nothing's stolen. And then my parents called a lawyer, bro.
For real?
They're going to fucking sue them. Yeah. Cause I mean, you got to be pretty fucking ballsy to like accuse somebody of stealing and then it not be fucking real, you know?
Uh-huh.
So they called the lawyer, and I think the lawyer got paid off, bro, because the lawyer told my parents to go back to Walmart because they were going to make it up to them or whatever, and they ended up giving them like a $50 gift card or something. And so it was bullshit, right? And obviously Latino families, you don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I was a kid. Now in my adulthood, I'd probably be like, nah, we're pursuing this shit, you know? We need to go get fucking a good lawyer.
You think so? You think you'd sue? I don't think I'd even go through it. Like, I would be like,
that's embarrassing, bro.
I'd
that
take
is
the
fucking
$50.
embarrassing, bro. Like, if you're going to accuse somebody of stealing, and it's almost like, because I'm not going to lie, bro, back then, Idaho was kind of more,
racist?
I would call it racist, bro. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't live here when I was a kid.
Yeah. I mean, Idaho, I would consider it racist back then and shit, you know? Now it's turning a little bit different, but so anyways, yeah, they got $50. My dad accepted it. My mom got pissed. She's like, why are you accepting that? Like, but I'm pretty sure they paid that lawyer because there's no way he wouldn't take that.
I don't know. Suing's a bitch, bro. There's so much that goes into suing. I never really understood it because I was like, you do it. And then you take the risk of like if it doesn't go through or whatever, you still got to pay your motherfucking lawyer, right?
We're sue happy, bro. Like in this country. So
yeah,
what would it take for
anybody?
you to sue somebody?
We're sue happy. That's true. But do you know anybody who's ever sued anybody? Like I don't know anybody who's ever sued.
I don't know anybody, but I've heard the stupidest shit is like the big shit, like the whole coffee thing at Walmart.
Yeah, but like no one, I don't know anybody. I always hear people all the time. They're like, I'm gonna fucking sue you, right? But I think people say that shit.
People say that shit a lot, right? But a lot of the big cases that you see are for real stupid shit, like common sense shit, right? Yeah, like that whole coffee thing. It's common sense that the fucking coffee's hot, bro. Like, I know there was probably more to it, but I mean, just general information was that the coffee was too hot. It was served.
Yeah, but no one's gonna like most people. I feel like don't really sue. Like you just kind of want that like.
No, you're right. But
apologetic feeling from
you're right in
whoever
what you're
fucked
saying.
You over.
You're right in what you're saying. Like people say they're gonna sue.
So I wouldn't.
But
sue.
even if they could go through with suing, like they wouldn't.
So like if Walmart did that shit to me, and then like I went back and they gave me like the $50 gift card or whatever, I think I would be cool with it as long as like. The way it was given to me, they seemed not really genuine, but like at least like apologetic, right? Like if they're giving it to me and they seem snarky like pieces of shits, I don't know if I would take it.
That's why I'm asking you, bro.
But I would probably take it.
What would it take to sue? Like, let's say some dude hits you with his car, and he just wants to leave.
Well, that's just insurance, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have insurance. He just wants to leave.
That's not really suing, though. That you're more like getting him arrested, right? Because I feel like you would like.
I mean, technically,
if you wanted to leave, you just call the police.
I mean, it depends, bro. Because I mean, what do you really sue for, right?
That's what I'm saying. I've never been in a situation
what if you got
where
disabled or something, right?
Still,
that's what I'm saying. So you just be like, oh, it's cool.
No, but it's just like it depends. So like,
that's what I'm saying.
My friend Mike, right? He had a workplace accident, and then like he could have sued his company, but they have like the insurance and all that shit, and they gave him a settlement. I don't know how much he fucking got for it, right? But he took the settlement. Right, so like
he chose it, yeah. But he could have sued probably.
I know, but that's the only example I have of it. And like, I just feel like if I was ever in a situation like that, I don't even know how to sue someone. Do you? I've never even like thought like I've said it to bullshit, you know, because people say it, but I've never like really thought like, what's the process for me to go through to be able to sue someone? I don't think I've ever been offended that bad.
I was gonna say it's not like rocket science, bro. You just call a lawyer, let him know what happened. And then obviously he'd look into it and see if it's like, if you're able to, right? Like if he thinks that you have a case against them and shit, right? But I don't know. Then there's manipulation, bro. Like
they charge you just for the fucking call, don't they?
Suddenly no, because they do like free consultations, some of them. But there's like manipulation too, bro. Like I bet if something did go down, Walmart would mysteriously not have recorded video on that day or something, you know?
Oh yeah, like the cameras were off
like
or some shit.
That shit happens, bro. Like, and I mean, what the fuck do you do about that? Like, it's shit that's hard to prove, right?
Yeah, because you could just say, you'd be like, they recorded it, and they're like, oh, well, those cameras don't even have. They're not even on. They're just there to scare customers from stealing.
Yeah, but I mean, in that situation, it almost seemed like discrimination, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I would sue.
So I mean, they did get a lawyer and shit, but
I would.
It's like I told you.
Yeah,
I think they paid off the lawyer. And we're like, we're just going to give these people $50. That's what it sounded like. But I was a kid, bro. So
yeah, I don't think so. I think like people, it's so easy. It's kind of stupid, but it's so easy to take like what's offered to you instead of like going through with like a whole like case, you know, especially if you feel like it wasn't. It depends on your personality, I guess. Because I can see your dad being the kind of dude that's like, you know what, give me the $50 and like fuck off, you know, like
yeah, he did do that.
Yeah, like get it out of his life, you know.
That's literally what he did.
Because he seems like the type of dude that's like, I'm done thinking about this shit. You know, give me my $50 and then I'm going to a different fucking Walmart.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I think also like, let's say they did sue, they did win and shit. Usually they have to pay like my lawyer fees and shit too. So
I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think of a situation where like I would actually sue someone, and it has to be some money dispute probably, right? Like if I loan someone $5,000 for some shit and I can't get it back, I'm taking that motherfucker to Judge Judy, bro.
I was gonna say, you better hope you don't get Judge Judy, bro, because she's kind of a hard ass, bro.
I love her show, dude. I watch the clips on Facebook all the time, and like the people try to tell their story, they'll be like, so that day he was acting like this, and she'll be like, don't tell me how he was acting. What happened?
Yeah. She did get fucked. Like she got the biggest burn I've ever seen on television, bro. So this guy's in there. And then she's asking him something, and he's like, your daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember seeing that. She's like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, this might be your show, but this is my episode.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
I saw a clip. I don't know what show it is because it's some British game show or something.
Uh-huh.
But, like, the lady's in the middle, and I guess, like, her whole job is to, like, not react to what the contestants say and, like, come up with, like, a witty comebacks, but they're like witty in the kind of way where like she's monotone the whole time.
Okay.
So she's saying something to this contestant guy, right? And it kind of sounds like a sex joke, but she has to pretend like it wasn't because she said it. And the guy's like, I bet you've never been laid. And then the whole crowd starts like fucking laughing, and she's just like, I don't know what you mean. And he's all like, I bet you don't.
God damn it.
And that made me laugh. And I don't even know what the fuck they were playing. It looked like some weird ass like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but like British.
There's been some fucking mic drop moments in like game shows, bro. Because there was this guy who won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
And he had like his phone lifeline at the end.
Yeah, that old ass video.
And he's just calling his dad, and he's like, Dad, I don't need your help. I'm just calling to let you know I'm going to win the million.
Yeah. I think we mentioned that like way back. Because like, I think way back we did an episode with like game shows.
Yeah.
And we were like, that dude's a fucking legend, bro. He's just like, I won the million. What's up?
That's so funny, bro. We were talking about
what?
Hold on real quick. We were talking at work about
babies?
No, like building rapport with customers and shit. Because I feel like mostly the people that call places are like older people, right? And I used to work at a like group home for old people, like a retirement home.
Oh yeah.
And you'd walk into their room and shit, and they're all watching The Price is Right and shit, right?
The Price is Right.
So when we were talking about it, I was like, yeah, just talk about The Price is Right, you know? Like, I'm sure most of these people are watching it anyways.
Damn.
But yeah, anyways.
Fucking Price is Right is the only dick-ass game show where someone can be like, 5,001.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude.
Fucking bullshit, dude.
He won by $1.
Yeah, that's fucking trash. Anyway, we start every episode with the one gotta go. And this episode, we're doing fair/carnival games. I guess depends on where the fuck you go. We always get the fair, right?
Yeah, we always get the fair. Yeah, I mean,
But
we're
they
just
have
talking about
these.
the little games. Yeah,
But they have this shit at like carnivals.
Yeah, yeah.
But these are the games where you win prizes, man. Like
impossible, literally.
The games you play so you can win some shit. So we got the ring toss. I think that's self-explanatory. The free throw, you know, where you shoot the ball. Then you got the... I just was looking up the names, and it said it was called the Bust-A-Balloon. And I guess that's the one where they put all the balloons up and you throw darts at it.
All right.
And then the last one is the Milk Bottle Knockdown game, where like you either throw a ball or you throw...
You got to knock down the tower of fucking milk jugs.
Yeah,
right?
like the little pyramid of them, you know?
Yeah.
They either give you a bar or they give you like a fucking beanbag, basically. And you got to like knock that shit down, but they're like weighted.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to make a disclosure that all these games are bullshit.
Most of them are rigged. So you want to go first or second?
Yeah, I'll go first. Out of all these, it's really hard, bro, because like you said, they're all fucking rigged, right? Because even like making a basketball shot's easy, but that rim is like double rimmed or something.
No,
right?
it's like oval. They hammer in the front of it, so you have to like almost perfectly swish to get
like
the ball.
It does go in, but you have to swish it, I guess.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd probably take the shot first. You know that basketball shot? What's it called?
Just the free throw.
Just a free throw. A free throw. I'd probably take that first off the list because I feel like, I mean, it does take skill. I don't know what the chance is that you hit a swish or whatever, but I feel like I could hit a swish.
Higher chance of winning.
Yeah. Just because I feel like I have a higher chance of winning with that.
I think there's two different ones because I've seen it where like you're shooting a free throw and the hoop is like that, but then they also have it where like you're shooting a 3-pointer. Yeah, but I think that might just be the difference in like what prize you're trying to win, right?
Yeah, and I've seen different prizes for shit. Like there's a whole like free throw thing for jerseys that I've seen.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck, that's pretty sick, you know. So yeah, I gotta take that one off number one. I feel like it's my highest chance of winning is with that shit, bro.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so
you gotta go for the dub.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're not paying all this fucking money to lose, right? But you are.
As a kid, I love these games because whenever I go to the fair, I've always been the kind of person that can't ride the bigger rides because I fucking hate heights.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I wouldn't ride the, like, pseudo circle roller coaster thing or, like, that zipper thing because I would kind of, like, freak out.
Uh-huh.
So, I loved playing the games, but the fucking games, they're just, like, $5 a try and you don't always win. So, like, you could spend your whole fair budget in, like, 20 minutes trying to fucking win a prize.
Yeah, and then they make stupid ass fucking rules because like one of the games we didn't mention is like that tub where you got to throw the ball into it.
Oh yeah.
And like you can't reach over a certain line, you can't fucking spin it. You know, they made all these stupid rules to make it like impossible.
I think for me the number one game on here is the balloon game, dude. It's so easy. I remember going to the fair and like playing that game where you throw the darts at the balloon, right? And I won a Tupac picture. It was like a framed Tupac poster.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that shit for years. Like, it's one of those prizes that, like, you win it.
It just kind of sits there.
And it kind of, like, lasts. You know, you put it on your wall, and then it's just on your wall for the next fucking 6 years.
What happened to that shit, bro?
I moved out of my mom's house when I
Damn.
was, like, fucking 18. And I think it's just one of those things that, like...
She threw it away with the Power Ranger fucking tent, bro.
just everything, you know? It was, like... It's one of those things that, like, it gets old, and then by then you're, like... Am I really going to hang this up in my new house? I don't fucking know. So we just threw it away, you know? But I love that game. It makes you, I don't know, something about the games where, like, you have to be really accurate are more fun than, like, the games where, like, you don't really have to be accurate. Like, you know that fucking game where you throw the ping pong ball in the fish bowls?
Yes.
And you win a fish?
I was thinking about that shit, yeah.
And that fish always dies?
Yeah, of course, dude.
But you still feel really good because, like, you were able to aim into the fish bowl.
Nah, you feel good because you saved that fish.
I don't know. Just something about games where, like, I feel like I'm using actual skill to win. Like they're more.
Well, they're all skill games, bro.
Not
they're
all
just
of
rigged
them.
Skill games.
Some of them are kind of like. I feel like not really skilled. Like those games where like you have to just roll a ball up the little thing and the horse is moving, or like the water
skill,
gun
bro.
thing. That's pretty easy.
I feel like there's skill to it, right? Because even that ball toss, where like it doesn't, you're supposed to try to get it not to come all the way back. Like you got to get the right push on it, bro. Because I watched this motherfucker named Arcade Matt.
Yeah.
And literally that's all he does is he goes and plays claw games. He goes and fucking plays like carnival games and shit. And he'll show you like, you know, this is how you're going to win this.
The technique.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got to go with the balloon one though, because I've won. That's the coolest prize I think I've ever won at the fair. It's like a Tupac picture, and that was back when like I was into like Tupac, heavy. Like that's when I was first discovering hip hop and shit, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is the coolest thing ever," you know. And I probably spent $10 winning it, and they probably spent fucking $2 making it.
Yeah, that's sick as fuck, bro. I'm gonna have to go with my number 2 as the fucking balloon toss or whatever that shit is. And I'm going to be honest, like, we're getting 2 different perspectives here because I don't ever remember going to the fucking fair. Maybe I've gone once in my life, and I'm just not about it, bro.
You haven't taken your kids?
No, I haven't taken my kids. I don't know. Maybe when they're older, but I don't think it's something I would enjoy anyways, bro. Like, I would go for them, right? But
yeah, make the sacrifice.
Yeah. But, I mean, as far as me going, like, the only reason I know about all these games is because, like, they're fucking, like, Michael Jackson, you know? Like, it's like a household fucking thing that people know that these are at carnivals and shit,
yeah.
You know? So, but, I mean, I'm going to go with that number 2 just for the same reason because I feel like it's easier, you know? Like, you don't even have to hit it right on the balloon, bro. Like, it just has to, like, prick the fucking balloon so it pops and shit, right?
Yeah, your odds of winning are really high because it's a wall of balloons. You can randomly throw that motherfucker.
As long as you throw it like hard enough and it like nicks something, it's gonna fucking
pop.
It's gonna pop. So I don't know what kind of prizes there are. I mean, I've seen
there's always those bullshit Pokemon prizes.
Yeah, I mean, there's always those fucking plushes and shit. Like your mom went to the fair and she gave us like this huge fucking koala.
Yeah.
She's like, we don't know where the fuck to put that shit. So, yeah, I mean, the prizes are cool, and then you kind of get home, and you're like, what the fuck am I going to do with this shit, you know?
Yeah, and they're cheap as fuck, dude. Like, I remember winning a big-ass Pokemon one time, and, like, the day I got it, it already had a tear in it, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit,
Yeah, so
bro.
the koala your mom gave us, my kids were obviously jumping on it, and it tore.
Yeah.
And then my mom sewed it, and then it tore again, bro. So, and then that shit is messy as fuck, bro, because it's all this styrofoam balls inside.
Yeah.
It was a pain in the ass, but... They loved it while they had it, bro. So, yeah, I agree with you, though. It's like really cheaply made shit.
So you went balloon thing twice, the second pick?
Yeah, I got to go balloon wall pop thing.
All right, number 2 for me.
I like how we're just describing them and shit.
Well, because they don't have, like, real names,
I know,
dude.
that's
It's
what
like
I'm saying.
the balloon wall. I don't fucking
funny
know,
though,
dude. Because I looked it up, and there's, like, 4 different names, but it's the same fucking game. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, no, it's just funny. Like
number 2 for me is the free throw.
People know what we're talking about, too. Anyway, sorry.
The free throw, because I always win. I've never played the free throw game like more than because I played maybe once, twice, 3 times at the most, and I've always won it at least once, you know. And it has like the better prizes. Like you win that shit. At least you get one of those basketballs. It's like the shitty orange basketballs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll have at least like the graphics of your favorite team. You know, you win and you're like, oh, I got a Celtics ball, I got a Lakers ball, and it'll last you like a week. But at least like in the moment, you're like, fuck yeah, I made the shot, got the ball, and you feel good about it.
Yeah, Carnival's games really know how to fuck people, bro, right? Because you pay a lot of money to play it. The likelihood of you winning is very low. But when you do win it, you're happy as fuck that you won. Then you get your prize, and it's a shit prize, you know?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I like the free throw one just because I play basketball all the time. Back in the day, you know, me and my friends would fucking play 3-on-3s on the basketball court in my apartments.
Yeah.
All the fucking times. We had like legitimate fucking like 15 people would show up and we'd play like 3-on-3, and like somebody would dominate the court until they lost and shit. So just whenever I stepped up at the fair and played that game, I just felt so confident. I was like, fuck this. Give me 2 tries, bro. It's going in. I don't give a shit if the hoop is like, because everybody knows the hoop is fucking bent into an oval.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm about to hit this swish, bro, all day. And then when you play it, it's the only one where like I feel you can really brag because you play the other ones with your friends, you can't really brag. But you do the free throw one, and then your friend does the free throw one, and you make it, and he doesn't. You can be like, "That's right, you fucking suck. I'm the best, bro. You can't make that shot. What the fuck you doing?"
Yeah.
Because that's how me and my friends always were. Like, I'd go with my friends, and I'd be like, "Fuck, bro, you can't even make a free throw. Fucking excuses, man."
It's so funny how like. I don't know if it happens in like girl groups, but like in guy groups, like it's so competitive.
It is so no. Fuck, guy groups it's competitive, and in girl groups it's like fucking ostracizing. They like it'll be like two girls. I don't know if this is just TV, but what I picture is like a group of 5 girls, right?
Yeah.
It'll be 3 girls talking shit about the 2 other girls, and those 2 girls talking shit about the 3 girls, but then they kind of split again, and then those 2 of the 3 girls are with the other girl, and then they're talking shit about the girls they were just hanging out with. You know, they just talk shit about each other.
Damn, bro. It sounds like you did some fucking research or something.
Yeah,
fucking
you got to know, man.
Tracing.
You got to be aware. No, it's just fucking. It's just something that I've always felt. It's like when you're hanging out with guys, even if you guys are assholes to each other, you know, it comes from like a place of love, of like they're your friends. But when girls are assholes to each other, that shit does not come from a place of love, man. They are trying to break you the fuck down.
Yeah, no, they're vicious, bro, and they know exactly where to attack, you know?
Yeah, that's when I don't know who told me this, but they were like, every time I get in an argument with like my girlfriend or something, bro, she knows where to like completely destroy me. Like I'll say some shit like that just gets her mad, but she'll say some shit that like crushes my soul.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, bro. She attacks your insecurities like that.
That's how you know that's not the girl for you, bro. I don't think
Isn't arguing healthy? Like
it's healthy, bro, but not to the point where like you're fucking like wrecking somebody, you know? Like I think it gets real serious when she starts like, "Oh, you fucking dick, you this and that." You know?
You're fucking dick.
Like it's never happened to me, right? But I'm saying like just in general, like if a girl brings that up, like she knows that's gonna fucking hit the kid, the person in the fucking like gut, right?
It's like one of those things you've ever been around people and like they're arguing and you just kind of standing there like hella awkward. It'll be the most fucking random place. I think I was in the line at Jackson's once, and this like couple started arguing over the shit they were buying, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
That's what
dude?
I'm saying, bro. At one of the jobs I had, I remember, dude, this fucking like, and I'm pretty sure they were like a mature couple, you know, and shit, and like they're calling in for help and shit, and then the dude's like, "Shut the fuck up, you bitch," and like I was like, "Well, what the fuck?" Yeah, you spent $20 at McDonald's.
That's what they were mad about?
No. I don't know what the fuck it was, dude, but they just like sounded like they fucking hated each other. It was fucking weird. But yeah, I feel like if your girlfriend, spouse, whatever, if they attack like your insecurities, right? That's not the right person, bro. You know, because you should never attack anybody's insecurities if you're like meant to be with them and shit. It's weird.
You know, it's funny. So you remember how I told you I found my old camera from like when I graduated?
Yeah.
So I'm looking through it, and there's videos of my ex-girlfriend in there, right? And like, I remember she used to always say she wanted to be like on the news and shit, right? So there's videos of me recording her, and she's like pretending to be like a news anchor.
No fucking way, dude.
Dude, she's got like a piece of paper, and she's like reading it as if it's the news, right?
What the?
And I was watching the video, and it made me fucking laugh, man. And I was like, I had the thought in my mind, I should put this shit on like Facebook or Instagram or something, right? Because it's funny as fuck. But at the same time, like in the back of my head, I was like, wait a minute. She was crazy sometimes. I'm going to get some crazy ass email or like message or call. Because I don't even keep in contact with her anymore. But she's going to find me, bro. And then I'm going to get like in an argument. She's going to be like, why would you put that shit all over the internet? Blah, 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 making me look bad. And it was funny, man.
Yeah, I was going to say you should probably just send it to her, dude, like in a private message.
And be like, I'm going to post this shit online?
Yeah, why not, man? I mean, did you guys leave on bad terms?
No, we're cool. It's just like her anger was like, you know, when she did get mad.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, just send it to her and be like, hey, I found this. I think it's funny. I'm going to post it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do it anyway.
Yeah, you're fucked, bro.
I'm probably going to do it anyway.
You post some shit where, like, you're not even, like, thinking, oh, should I ask the person?
Yeah, I have.
Anyways.
Oh, well. Which one are you taking last?
You know what's funny? How we were talking about competitiveness, bro?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot less for you because your brother, you know, he's quite
younger.
a bit younger than you.
Yeah.
But for me and my brother, like, that shit never stops. Because the other day we were just sitting at home and that motherfucker's like, I bet I could beat you in a race. I was like, fuck no, you can't beat me in a race. And I'm fat as fuck, dude. That fool's a little bit more athletic built.
Right.
So we go outside and we fucking race, dude. We probably run like 50 yards. And I beat his ass, dude. I fucking beat his ass bad.
Damn.
And he was so fucking salty, dude. I was like, all right.
Did you guys run it back?
I'm not going to say nothing, but, I just beat your ass,
Did you run it back?
And then he's like, hold on. He's like, I know you're not going to let this go and shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm not, because you were just talking shit to me, telling me you were going to beat my ass. And so I shouldn't have done it just to let him seep in it, but I did give him a rematch, and he did beat me.
Oh, damn.
So then the next day, he's going to come over again, and I was like, all right, dude, we're going to run it back tomorrow, motherfucker. Because it was weird, dude. He's like, I got to run barefoot, and it's cold as fuck, dude. It's like 20 degrees.
For traction?
Yeah. And I was like running in my socks, right? And so was he. And he's like, no, my socks fucked me up. I got to run barefoot. I just picture my neighbor's Ring camera seeing both of us fucking like running down the fucking sidewalk.
Damn.
But anyways, yeah, we ran it back. And then the next day he came over and I was like, bro, I'm just going to keep it how it is. It's even.
Did your wife and like everybody come out to watch? Or was
Fuck
it just
yeah,
you
they
two?
did, dude. But he was so pissed, man. But anyways, yeah, so I got my number 3 here.
That's fucking
what do I
funny.
have left, bro?
The milk bottle thing and the ring toss.
So what the fuck's the
one where they put it in a pyramid and you have to like knock it all the way off the thing? They can't just fall down. You have to like fucking blast them off the platform.
Fuck, bro. I think I'm gonna go with ring toss. I feel like every time I see that fucking milk jug thing, it's like impossible. The way they fucking set them or how they're weighted or whatever, it's like literally impossible. With the ring toss, what I would do is I'd fucking take all my rings and just throw them at once. I feel like you have a better chance with that way, because you cover more surface area instead of throwing them one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, that guy I watch, he shows you how to win all of them, bro. And one of the videos I remember seeing about Carnival games was like the guy that's working the game. He like turns around, and some kid jumps over and puts the fucking ring around the fucking bottle or whatever, and then he had like a group of friends and they all started reacting like, oh yeah, so they tricked the motherfucker and they got a prize.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that like in movies where like that's how they cheat in the movie so they can win a prize or whatever.
Yeah, because even like Dave and Buster's has a game like that, where you throw the rings and you fucking have to land them on different fucking like little claws and shit. I don't know, I feel like I would probably have a good time there. And I feel like that one's really inexpensive. You're not paying per throw. You're paying for like amount of rings or something, like a bucket.
Yeah, you buy like a bucket of rings for like $10 or something.
Yeah.
I think you just fucking throw them all.
I mean, if I kind of want to sit there and throw one at a time, it's worth my time just enjoying it,
That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
right.
So fuck the milk jugs.
Fuck the milk jugs. I have the ring toss and the milk jug thing too. I think I like the milk toss thing better because what I noticed with those kinds of games is that people like want to go fucking full throttle. I'm in the fucking MLB pitching game. They throw that shit as if they really know how to pitch.
Yeah.
And like, how many of us really know how to fucking pitch? Nobody. We all just want to throw it hard and see if we can do it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But every time I've ever played it, I've always thrown it like just like a soft ass toss and it knocks them all off. Like, I feel like that's the secret.
I don't know, man.
Because even when I go to, like, how Dave and Buster's or whatever arcade, they have that stupid-ass clown game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
where you throw the ball at it. I never, like, fucking full throttle throw it. I just, like, toss it, and it, like, knocks them down.
That shit's different, though, bro. Because those things, right, they're, like, all separate on, like, a separate, like, mechanism. Where, like, that jug thing is, like, stacked and weighted. So, like, it's literally impossible. It's weird. Because the only people I've seen knock those over are actual, like, baseball players. Throwing it hard as fuck.
I've won on that one before. I like my odds on that one more than the ring toss one just because, God, the fucking ring toss one, I feel like the rings barely fit.
Yeah.
And, like, people don't fucking win on that shit, man.
I don't know, though, man. You're paying for, like, what, 25 rings for, like, $10, $5, whatever.
I don't know. It's always, like, 3.
You're only getting, like, 3 balls with fucking... Yeah, and again, like, you might know more than me.
I don't remember the rules. Is it, like... You only get to throw it once, right? If you hit it, that's it.
With the ball or what?
No, with the
rings.
Yeah, with the pyramid thing. Like, if you hit it with the first ball, do they set it back up, or do you get to try to knock off the pieces that you missed? I think they set it back up.
I think it depends on the carnival, you know, because sometimes they'll leave it, and sometimes they'll reset it up. So
yeah, because I think you gotta
because you only get like 2 or 3 balls, you know.
Yeah, you gotta blast that shit off the platform. I like that game better though. It makes me feel like I don't know, the same as the other ones, dude. I feel like there's actual talent. Where I feel like the ring toss one is like fucking impossible. It's like the only game at the fair where I'm like, that's some bullshit. Like no one's gonna win that. It feels the same way as the fish thing, but at least the fish thing, you know, like you win a fish.
I guess.
Like the other one, all you win is like a toy or some shit, but like winning the fish always feels so much better.
It's like fuck though, bro. Like these fish, they obviously buy them real cheap, right? And I'm sure a bunch of them die in transit and shit. And then you get the fish, and it's like they did something for it to like die after you have it, you know?
Oh man, my mom. So she has this video, right? They went to the fair when my little brother was like 5 or 6 or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And they won the fish, and they brought the fish home, and like, you know, he's like in love with the fish because he's like a little kid. And then the fish dies.
I remember that.
And she's recording him, and he's like crying, and he's all like, my fish
died. He's listening to this cringing right now,
and then they have to like flush it and shit, and he's like all sad, and like you watch the video, and it's like super sad, and you're like, fuck, bro, this kid loved his fish.
It was a carnival fish, though.
Yeah, but they're like as an adult, you know the fish is gonna die. Those things don't last.
No, even the ones you buy at the store, you know, like it's hard for those fuckers to last.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't be a Petco. Like Petco ain't gonna make no money if their fishes live longer than 2 months.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck.
Yeah, so they fucking.
I've always wanted like a saltwater tank, bro.
Like a big one.
Like where you can put fucking like actual marine life and shit. But I can't even keep a goldfish alive.
We had a fish tank when I was a kid, and we had like these they were called like convict fish because like the color they were was like black and white striped. Like they
look like a dory, no?
Yeah, look like dory, but they're like black and white.
Yeah.
And I guess they're like aggressive as fuck. So like all the other fish we bought,
they'd eat them.
Got fucking murdered by the convict fish. Like they fucking destroyed them. And then like they I don't know how these fucking fish had so many kids so fast, but like I felt like we had a whole tank full of these motherfuckers, and then they all died.
They're like rabbits and shit.
Yeah, then they all died just from like
pH levels, bro.
Being in the fish tank or some shit. I don't know how they died. I was a kid, but I was just like, this is weird as fuck. Like all my fish murdered my other fish just so that they could die like 2 days later.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, as a kid, that fucks with you, bro. But it's also like, I feel like fish is one of the easiest pets to get, you know? There's no real responsibility for a kid. All you do is feed that shit once and you're good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Buy one of those things that looks like a...
You got to really do your research.
What's
to
that
own
black
fish.
thing called? That
the
black thing?
Light?
No, the black fish that's always on the wall.
Oh, it's a sucker.
Yeah, just like fucking sits on the wall.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be cleaning the wall and shit.
Yeah, that fish was always dope as fuck as a kid. I remember like trying to hit it off the wall. You tap the thing, you get the fuck off the wall, fish.
You got to fucking like know what you're doing with fish, bro. Because like we bought my kids fish and they were kind of expensive.
Oh, okay.
And then they died like pretty soon after. I guess they have to have like a certain amount of like gallons to be able to survive. And if you have more than that, like them shitting in the water changes like the pH and shit. Like Petco was like straight up investigating us and shit. Cause we called and we were like, yo, what the fuck? We've had these fish like 2 days and they died. So we were trying to like say that they fucking like
gave you shitty fish?
Gave us fish that were like already sick. And they're like, all right, bring us a sample of the water and the dead fish and we'll give you your money back.
Really? A sample of the water?
Yeah. It was fucking weird, bro. So I guess like you can't have more than like, even like goldfish, bro. You can't have more than like 2 goldfish in like a 20-gallon tank. It's fucking weird.
Is that what all that like extra equipment is for? That like the filter and like that little thermometer looking thing?
Yeah, because the water has to be at a certain level. No, you actually have to buy like pH balancer, bro. So you throw tap water in there and then you throw like this pH balancer and it'll level out the fucking water or whatever.
And then what, you just check it with those strips?
Yeah.
Put it in there and it like turns green or yellow or whatever the fuck?
Exactly. And I didn't even check it. Like I just put the amount that it told me to put in and I was like, fuck it.
And the fish died.
Yeah.
Did your kids cry? Or was it even long enough to like get attached to the fish?
They didn't get attached, right? But we told them that we had to return them. So yeah, bro.
You were like, I'm sorry, son. I got to return your fish.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, well, that's the one got to go. I got fucking rid of ring toss, and you got rid of the what?
I got rid of the fucking
the milk bottle thing?
Jug fucking knockdown ball thing.
Yeah, fuck that game. Even though I picked it.
Yeah, man.
Carnival games are the shit, man. You know what I feel like always happens every time I've ever been to the fair?
You spend a lot of money.
As a kid, I feel like you go in, play all those fucking games, and if you don't win shit, no matter what, you leave the fair with a motherfucking laser pointer. Like every
yeah,
kid,
I don't know about that.
every kid, I feel like I always bought the laser pointer. And it would come with those cool little filters, where like it would be like a normal laser.
Yeah.
And then you can change the cap, and it's like, oh, fucking octopus, or look, a house. That's the kind of shit.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Oh, shit, those were cool, dude.
Yeah, the red laser pointers.
And they were shit, though, because they wouldn't last long.
They don't last long, but everybody buys them.
Yeah, those were cool, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was at the fair.
Yeah, that's where you get them.
I thought it was like at the flea market or something.
Nah, I think because I know for sure as kids we must have gone to the fair together, right? When we were like fucking 5 or some shit.
I don't think so, man.
I think we did.
I don't fucking think so.
I think we did.
Nah, because you used to fucking bully me, bro.
No. When we were 5, we didn't do shit.
I remember you used to fucking bully me, bro. I have like these vivid memories where I'm like, I'm going to fucking swirly this kid one day. Now that I can.
Vivid memories?
Yeah, dude. I remember you guys were fucking mean to me. It was probably because I was like a little fat kid and shit.
I wasn't mean to any of my cousins, bro.
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
Nah.
I remember, man.
Nah.
I remember vividly this one situation where it was like me, you, and my brother, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he was so happy he got like this little fucking penny board.
What's a penny board?
Like a little fucking skateboard, dude.
Oh, those like little fish looking ones?
Yeah. So he got one, and then we were like, oh, cool. We were playing outside the fucking apartments and shit. And then some like...
My apartments?
I can't remember if it was yours or mine, but I'm pretty sure it was yours, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And then some kid rolled up, and then we were like, oh, that's not mine, because we thought we were fucking cool, and we give it to my brother, and he's just like playing on it and shit. He didn't give a fuck. I don't know.
Where in that were you bullied, though?
No, that's not the bullying story.
Oh, that was just a story?
That's just a random story.
Okay, I thought you were going to say I hit you with the penny board. I don't remember that shit at all.
I don't want to retouch the bullying, bro, because it'll anger me, and then I'm going to beat your ass on this fucking video,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to unleash the Hulk, bro.
I don't know. I do remember, like, you and your brother, like, as kids, because you said you guys were really competitive and shit, but, like, you're so close in age, when brothers are that close, you guys be fighting a lot when you were kids.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, I always tell this story about me and my brother fighting over the last piece of fucking Kraft cheese for a
you
sandwich.
told us that.
Like, I always tell that story because, like, that's like a brother thing, bro. Like, I don't even think it was because of the cheese, bro. I think it's just like, you're not going to have the fucking last piece of cheese. I'm the older brother, motherfucker.
Shit got real over cheese.
But yeah, man. Anyways, kind of moving on to current events. I wanted to talk about this first, bro, because I thought it was fucking wild.
What is it? Jesus?
I wanted to talk about Cain Velasquez, bro.
Oh, yeah.
For people that don't know, Cain Velasquez was a heavyweight, like the first heavyweight Mexican champion in UFC history. Mexican-American. He was in the news recently because he found out that one of the little girls in his family, I don't know if it's his daughter.
It just said younger relative. It didn't even say girl or boy.
Yeah, no. I think it was a little girl. But whatever the case, a little member of his family, they were basically like molested or something, right?
Yep.
So then he fucking went after the guy that's being accused of that, bro.
His name was Henry.
And he fucking like... He was like in pursuit of him in his fucking truck with the gun, like shooting at the dude's truck. It was fucking wild. And so obviously Cain Velasquez gets arrested, and I just gotta fucking clap it up for him, bro. Cause like,
clap it up.
You're not a father, so you don't understand, bro. Cause like, if somebody told me that shit about my kids, I would like to think I do the same shit, bro, but it takes some real fucking balls to do that shit.
I agree with that. It takes some balls to do it.
Real motherfucking balls, bro. Like, I mean, it's also kind of weird to me because, like, if somebody told me that, like, I'm not gonna think logically, right?
Right.
Because people could probably like say that, Like
everybody says it.
Yeah. Everybody says they're gonna do it, but nobody actually like does it, right?
It's like such a big thing. It's a trope. Like every time a father in anything is like, "Oh, you're gonna go take my daughter out? You better not do nothing, or I'm gonna fucking kill you." You know, that's like a thing. But like when it actually happens for someone to actually do something, because Cain Velasquez was like, "Oh, I wasn't fucking kidding, bro. You messed with one of the kids in my family. I don't know if it's his kid or
we don't know any details about who
niece or
was.
nephew, whoever it was." He was like, "Fuck that," and he chased this dude. I saw the thing and said he like fucking. They had like a high speed chase for 20 miles or some shit.
It's fucking wild.
And then
dude.
he shot the car and he didn't even hit the guy. He hit his fucking dad.
Yeah. It was wild, man. And I mean, obviously the law is gonna be like, you know, because I feel like a lot of cases where like children are molested, it's really hard to prove because a lot of kids don't speak up until they're older. At least I'm just thinking.
Well, don't they have like rape kits, don't they?
They do, but I've even heard of situations happening when that happens and like they still can't fucking like press charges or like do anything about it. So I don't know, man. I might be overreacting by clapping for him, but I respect that shit, bro. Like that's a motherfucker that's like ride or die for your family and shit, bro. Like he's not just saying it, he's fucking doing it, you know?
Yeah, that urge comes to everybody. Like I don't have like a fucking daughter or anything, right? But I had that protective like gear when it came to my sister a lot. Like if somebody fucked with her, like if she had a boyfriend or something and they like fucked with her, right? Like in my mind, I was like, all right, this dude's getting his ass kicked. And we're like in really close age, right? So like this is when I'm younger. So obviously if I beat the shit out of one of her boyfriends, like I'm not going to get in trouble because we're the same age. Like at most I'll go to juvie or some shit. Right?
Yeah.
And I was willing too. I was like, I don't give a shit. And I remember specifically like punching some of those dudes in the face and being like, hey, fucking watch yourself, bro. And even that, now that I think about it, seems really like extreme, you know? But I was also kind of a wild ass kid. But this shit, fucking Cain Velasquez, man, that's some ballsy shit. Because everybody says they're going to do that. And then he did it. And then from the perspective of like a parent or like a family member, you're like, that's dope. But then at the same time, it's like, well, now you're in jail probably forever. Because how the fuck? It's murder.
No, he didn't kill anybody. But
it's attempted murder.
Attempted murder, yeah.
Like, how many years do you get for attempted murder? Like 20?
I don't fucking know, dude. I mean, they really consider whether he's like sane or like safe to be out in the community and shit when they even consider bond too, right? And I mean, for him to have reacted that way, they look at him as not safe in the community, you know?
Yeah, there's no way. It's dope, but it's like sad dope. You know, it's one of those things that like, it's cool that he did it, but no, not cool that he did it. You understand why he did it, but at the same time, it kind of fucks him over.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. All chomos need to die, to be honest. Fucking. So, kind of sticking.
All chomos need to die.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a fucking. I would wear a shirt that says that, you know, because like. I feel like it's something we can all agree on.
I haven't heard the phrase chomo in so long. Like I feel like we went so past.
That's fucking a millennial thing, bro.
That's old school, bro. Like. Chomo is such an old school term, man.
But anyways, so, bro.
What's that even short for? I know what
child molester.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Chomo.
So anyways,
that shit's funny, dude.
There was another case too, bro, of these three brothers. I guess their stepfather had been sexually abusing their 9-year-old sister.
Right.
And they fucking killed him, bro.
Right.
So like people were petitioning to get them out of jail and like, you know, not have them sentenced and shit. Like, I respect people that do that shit, bro. Cause like, I mean, you gotta be a sick motherfucker to be touching kids, bro. Like, kids are so innocent and shit.
But
right?
like murder, bro. Like there's like better channels, isn't there? You can get them arrested. No, I mean, I know it doesn't feel as satisfying.
No, fuck no, dude. Fuck no. I always tell my wife this, like, if somebody ever did tell me that something happened like that to one of my kids,
right,
I would go to jail, bro. Like, for murder, I would go to jail for murder, you know? And, like, you see it all the time because even that, I think there was a doctor, right, that was, like, an Olympic doctor, and he was, like, touching the girls.
Yeah.
And shit. And, like, one of the fathers, like, he tried to attack him and shit.
I saw that in the courtroom.
Yeah, and he's like, just give me, like, 5 minutes with that guy in a room, you know? Like, there should be no fucking forgiveness for that shit, bro.
Well, it's not even forgiveness, though, but, like, overall, right? Like, overall, even though, like, in the moment it would be so gratifying to do it, overall, it's probably better for you and your kids if you didn't go to jail, right? So like you would want to like beat the shit or whatever, murder the dude, right? But ultimately, when you'll get that like that rush of like justice right away, right? But then 10 years later, when you're just in jail and your kids are growing up and you're not with them anymore, you know, like you're kind of fucking yourself over. Where like I know it won't feel as good to get this dude arrested, but like.
Yeah, I don't know. I want justice, bro. And justice to me isn't that dude in a fucking jail cell. But I also have heard that inmates take care of people like that. So, I mean, really, to me, it's like a double-edged sword, right? Like, I'm with you where, like, it's better because you're going to miss your child's graduation. You're going to miss your child's first games, you know, all that shit. But,
well, bro, you'll basically be out of their life. Because, like,
yeah.
Most people in jail, like, your family does talk to you, but like it gets less and less over like long periods of time, you know. So they'll fucking still talk to you, but it'll be like, oh, let's talk to your dad this one time a week thing, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like that slowly dwindles away.
Yeah,
anyways,
that'll dwindle, dude.
But I mean, I don't know, bro. Maybe it's because you don't have kids and shit, but if it's like a
just an instinct.
It's like a fucking parental instinct. I feel like, you know, like it's weird too because I feel like my brother would kill somebody too.
You could just kick their ass.
I mean, yeah, but then you go to fucking jail for assault and shit. Like,
would you get out in like 7 years?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a really fucked up thing.
Plus, I think if you go to jail and like you go to jail for beating the shit out of like a chomo, I think the guard, like not
that's
the guard.
That's funny, bro. Now you're gonna use chomo. That's fucking awesome.
I'm not gonna use it. I remember using it a lot when I was younger, but I haven't heard that shit in years. Chomo?
Yeah, bro. Fucking chomos, dude.
Like, I feel like back in the day, people used to call people chomos all the time.
They get fucked in jail, bro. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you fight the dude or you kick his ass, right? Beat him to fucking, not where he's dead, but he's fucking destroyed, right? And then you go to jail. Like, the prisoners they're going to be your homies. They're going to be like, yeah, fuck that dude. He, like, raped kids, you know?
They're not even going to be your homies, bro. It's like jail code, right? Like, anything that has to do with harming children, like, it's on site, bro.
No, they'll be your homie if you go to jail for beating a dude up.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, they're not doing it to be your homie, right? They're just doing it because it's fucking wrong, right? There's fucking murderers in there.
Doing what?
They're just like, I don't want to say it, but basically,
I think you're confused about who I'm talking. I'm talking about you. If you beat up a chomo and went to jail, the jail people would be cool with you.
Oh, okay.
not if he went to jail.
No, yeah, but we were talking about like when they go to jail, they have shit happen to them.
Yeah.
And then you kind of went into that, so that's why I thought that.
No, I was talking about like
you.
That's why I don't know, dude. Murder, like I get it. I get the like urge of it because it makes total sense, but I don't know if it's the right decision for people to make, man.
Yeah.
Because like Cain Velasquez thing, it's cool that he was willing to go that far, but like.
I'm going to be real.
You fuck yourself over.
I would like to retouch this subject when you're a father, bro. I think it's really hard to place yourself in that position because you don't have like something physical to look at every day that you love, right?
All right.
Which I'm not trying to say that my kids are like an object, right? But like
I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm literally saying like, you know, seeing them happy is like my number one goal in life and shit. And, like, knowing that somebody hurt them or put them in a position where, like, they were scared, like, it just, like, boils me over, dude. Like, even just thinking about it is pissing me off, you know? Like, So, I mean, I don't know if you can't feel that because you don't have kids of your own. But, like, I get what you're saying, too, when you're saying, like, you know, is it really better for your life? To me, it would be worth it to sit in a jail cell knowing that somebody that hurt my child is fucking dead.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird because like I get that line of thinking. It makes sense to me, but I just feel like your family, like the best way for like let's say your kid who that happens to get through something like that is not to know their father avenged them. It's to know that like their father and or mother, whoever's the one that like does some shit, is still there, right?
I mean, it's real touchy, bro, because like, you know. Let's say your child. Let's say your child comes out to you and says, you know, this person did this to me,
right?
And then you don't do shit about it. What do you think your child's gonna think of you? their whole fucking life, they're going to resent you if you don't do shit about it because you're supposed to be their protector, bro.
I know, but doing something and like killing someone is like totally. You could beat his ass.
No, that's not the same, bro. It's not the same. I mean, I don't know if this is the right fucking term for it or what, but I mean, like different people think differently, right?
Yeah.
You obviously don't think murder is right for chomos. I guess you think they.
No, I don't think murder's.
No, and I'm not saying that to try to make you sound bad, right? You're trying to think of it logically, but that's an illogical situation, bro. Like, you know, because yeah, obviously logically, it's better for you to be there for your family physically and not be in jail, but like. It's an illogical situation. Like there's no right, there's no wrong really. I mean, it's really all up to reaction, you know, and how you're going to react. So, I mean, I feel like Cain Velasquez found that shit out, and I don't know when he found it out, but I'm sure he was thinking about it, like, what the fuck am I going to do? You know, this motherfucker hurt somebody I know, you know, like it just, I don't know, man. I'm with him, bro. Fuck. I support that motherfucker so much. Like I already like, I wouldn't say I had like respect for him before.
Okay.
But I knew who he was.
Oh yeah.
I knew he
first
was
Mexican
like a
UFC
champion
fighter or whatever.
But now like Cain Velasquez, bro, he's a fucking, in my eyes, he's like father of the fucking century, bro. Like that's some, not even father, right? Because we don't know if it was like one of his kids, but he's just like family member of the fucking year, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like that's ride or die for your family. Like that's shit. You know, I'm trying not to get into it, but I mean, there's been situations that I know of where like people find out and they don't do shit about it.
Right.
And then
I've
literally they victim blaming shit, you know? So I would never want to make my kids feel that way because I know seeing people that I know feel that way is fucked, bro. I don't know. It's fucking weird, bro. But I maybe I'm just one of those guys that's saying I would do it and then wouldn't do it, but I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a big reactor.
It's hard to know.
I'm a reactor.
Right? It's hard to know because you can say it and everybody says it, like we said earlier, and then doing it is different. Like maybe you just, if you're in the moment, you could beat the shit out of him and then you have a moment of clarity where you're like, he's half beaten to death and you leave, or maybe you do kill him, you know? You don't know what you'd really do, but it does make sense. Something about like justice, like that eye for an eye thing seems so stupid to us when it's not about us. You know what I mean? Like the eye for an eye thing, when it's happening in some city and we see it on the news, we're like, what's he doing? But then the eye for an eye thing, like when it's you and like your people, it just makes complete sense to you automatically. You're like, yeah, fuck that other dude. Like, you know, you need the retribution.
Yeah, because I mean, even with the whole Cain Velasquez thing, like I have not heard a single person say like, you know, he was wrong.
Well, yeah, they're not gonna say you're wrong because we agree with his line of thinking, and like how what he did. It's just that like it sucks that you have to get to the point where you have to do that, you know. Especially since like a lot of people like to push that shit because like not specifically about somebody getting raped, but you know how like there's like moms who go through like abusive relationships and they get hit and hit and hit, and they're so scared to even report their own husbands.
Yes.
You know, so like they could solve their situation like in a moment.
Yeah,
But they don't because of like the way the fear works and shit.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's like the same. I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, just you get that same feeling where like you whoever her family is, if you knew your aunt was getting her ass beat by her fucking husband every day, and you went over and fucking killed him, you know, like no one in the family is gonna be mad. You're gonna be like, yeah, fuck that guy. What the fuck was he doing? You know?
There's like a fine line with all that shit too, bro. Because sometimes I've had this argument with my wife where I'm like, you know, how easy is it for somebody to say that somebody did something to them? Like, how easy is it to say that and then not be able to prove it? You know?
Yeah.
Because like if somebody told me. Like, if my kids told me that something happened to them, I would assume right away it's true, right?
Uh-huh.
And I would go after them. And then what if it turns out that it wasn't that person? Like, maybe they confused them for somebody else, you know? Like,
or just confused what happened? Because little kids, like, they be blocking that shit out, don't they? They're, like, kind of like...
I don't fucking know, bro.
Doesn't their mind kind of, like...
My wife talks to my kids all the time about that shit. Like, you know, nobody needs to be... like in kid terms, right?
I know
She's
what you mean.
Nobody needs to be touching your no square, is what she says. And
no square is a funny way.
Yeah, I mean,
little kids.
Those are the conversations that you have to have with your kids, bro, because kids are so innocent and they don't fucking know.
Yeah, they wouldn't know if you didn't tell them. They'd just be like, one day casually come up to you and be like, "Hey, that dude like rubbed my thing," and you'd be like, "What?" And they'd be like, "Oh, exactly. That's not wrong. That's not wrong."
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. All I gotta say is props to Cain Velasquez for doing something about it. Fuck.
Yeah. He's probably gonna go to jail.
Even Dana White. Dana White said that shit too. He was like, I don't know what the details are of the situation, but we all say we're gonna do it, and he fucking did it.
Yeah,
it's not like his family has to worry about finances. Like,
yeah, he's got money.
Yeah, he fucking fought to give them a great life, and he was willing to put his own fucking life on the line for his. There's just so much. I don't know, bro. Like, I respect that so much, especially as being a father and shit. Cause like even I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't want to get too into it, cause like. I know of situations, like I keep saying, where like this is happening and like people are turning their backs on the people that it happened to and shit.
I get that, because everybody knows.
Fucked up as hell, bro. Like,
everybody has that. Like, there's situations where you know people or whatever, that you've been around and some shit goes down. Because that like you, I don't know if we're thinking of the same thing, but like we've both known of a similar situation where like abuse happens, and you're just like, from the outside looking in, bro. It doesn't make any sense, and it just kind of makes you mad. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then the way shit goes down, there's some weird ass shit that happens when like weird family complications come up like that. Cause like sometimes, I don't know why this is, but sometimes like a family will defend their abuser, like their relatives or whatever will be like, it's not their fault. They're a victim of.
Or it'll like split the family, bro. Cause some people will be like, Nah, they wouldn't do that, like this and that. And then on the other hand, you got the victim
telling you they did that.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's a tough situation all around.
Yeah, it's
like
gray area as fuck.
How easy is it to fucking blame somebody just because you don't like them? And then how easy is it for it to be true? I think it's quite equal,
Yeah, you can ruin fucking lives. Remember you seen that thing that was it's like that older story about that girl who said she was raped on campus or whatever.
Yes.
And then like ruined that football player's chances of going to the NFL, and then it ended up being not true like 7 years later.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I thought you were talking about the one where like the dude raped the girl behind the
dumpster. Yeah, no, not that one. It was the one where she accused him of rape. The courts decided it was rape. He lost all his chance of going to the NFL, and he was like a good player. And then like 4 years later, as he was still fighting it in court, she admitted she made it up.
That's what I'm saying.
But by then, she had ruined all his prospects of what his life could have been,
That's what I'm saying, man.
And then once you're accused of that, even if you're acquitted of it, people don't remember that. Like, people don't follow it that far. All they remember is that you were accused,
Yeah.
Because it's like a running joke even with Michael Jackson. Motherfucker didn't go to jail for what they said he did, but everybody just talks about what he allegedly did,
Yeah.
Like, it's in the back of people's minds, hey, motherfucker, you touched little boys, even though in court they said he didn't. People don't think that. They just think, hey, you were accused. There's something going on there, even if you were able to like squirm your way out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna move on from this, but I mean, just to kind of summarize everything, Cain Velasquez is a badass motherfucker. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, anyways, kind of staying on the topic of UFC. I don't know if you heard that Colby Covington's going to be fighting Jorge Masvidal. These are two motherfuckers that I hate, so I'm going to love seeing them both like beat each other's ass.
Yeah, just for some to describe these guys. So Colby Covington is the UFC guy who's always like MAGA this, MAGA that, Trump, whatever, but it's like a character that he takes too serious.
Like he's what you would expect a Trump supporter to be, bro.
Like he does it so crazy. And then Masvidal is like pretty much
the brown version
of
him.
Yeah. He's like the Cuban version of him, and they hate each other.
Yeah, they hate each other because I guess it ties back to like they both used to fight for the same gym or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they had like a falling out because Masvidal says that it's because Covington stopped paying their gym or whatever, and Covington says that is because like he didn't like the whole team atmosphere of it. He didn't feel like he was getting like the one-on-one training that he wanted. So whatever the case is, I mean, a lot of blood boiling. Obviously, you want to make a good fight and shit. So they're talking mad shit, bro. I heard Covington talking, and he was basically talking about how like Masvidal's like a fake Trump supporter, just trying to latch onto something. And then Masvidal came out and was saying that Covington was attaching to something because he has the worst pay-per-view sales in all of UFC or whatever. Either way, true. I hate both of these motherfuckers, so it's going to be a good fight to watch.
UFC fights are always the best. Actually, any fight in any sport or whatever is always the best when there's real rivalry. Like, when they just put up a dude who's a champion against another dude who's a champion, they have, like, unbeaten records, like, it's hype, right? But, like, when the dudes have real bad blood that, like, can be traced back, you know, like, it's way more hype. Like, even they're not even fighting for a fucking belt. They're just fighting to become like a contender.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's still more hype because you're like, these guys have real fucking beef, you know? They used to be roommates. Like, it was so cool that they were so cool with each other that they used to live together and like train together and shit. But now like the friendship deteriorated. They're fucking head to head. And because they're both in a fighting sport, we get to see that shit live, you know? We get to see that shit happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that is so much more exciting to me than when they're like, oh, here's this really good fighter fighting this really good fighter, because that's more tactical, I feel like. But when you watch two dudes like this, it's more emotional, you know?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
whoever wins, like, you're going to feel like it's going to give you this like sense of like that motherfucker's on top and like he won this argument that they're having.
I always wonder how many fucking fights you got to lose to just fall off the map, bro.
In the UFC?
Yeah, because I was looking it up right now, and out of his last 3 fights, he's lost 2, you know?
Yeah, but he fought the same guy.
Covington, I mean, yeah. He fought him twice, yeah, you're
right. They both lost to the same guy twice. Because they were both like contenders. They lost to the title fights twice in a row.
Yeah, because Masvidal fought
Usman.
Oh,
twice.
So they both lost. Yeah.
Usman beat both their asses, so now they're fighting to see who gets to fight him again.
Yeah,
basically.
That makes sense. I like it, dude. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like these kinds of things way better, dude. It's cool to watch people who have. That's why when you watch a street fight, it's so exciting. Like compared to like when you watch 2 kids at school fight, you know. It's like really exciting because there's that build up the whole day, or like they get an argument like
we're gonna meet outside by the fucking bike racks, motherfucker.
They'll get an argument at like 8 a.m. at fucking breakfast at school, and then you're like the beef just like slowly gets bigger and bigger like the whole day, and you'll be like, oh man, I heard that motherfucker said this about you, man, and he'll be like, oh yeah, well fuck that guy then, you know, and then like then it comes head to head out by the trees, and then you watch these guys who don't even know how to throw real punches. Just like flail fucking hits at each other.
Hell yeah, man.
But you feel it, you know? And you're like, fuck yeah. And this is that, but with like people with skill.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I don't know about Covington, bro. Maybe it's just because I'm biased against him.
He's skilled. He's just an asshole.
Yeah. Because, I mean, every time. I want to see him get his ass beat. I'm going to be honest. I think Masvidal, like, he's a cocky motherfucker too, but, like, I gotta hold it out from the Brown, even though I don't agree with what he agrees with, you know.
I don't agree with his politics, but I gotta hold it down for the Brown.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of one of those things. It's like your uncle that voted for fucking Trump or something.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I mean, I don't think my uncle voted. Which uncle? Did one of our uncles?
No. It's just I'm just using it as an example.
Yeah, I know. It just confuses me because you say uncle, and then I'm like, we're related, so it's my uncle too.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
No, that's dope, dude. You know what it is about Colby Covington? He's kind of a dick, and he does all that Trump shit, but I know it's fake. Like, cause he's told the story about how like the UFC was gonna fire him.
Yes.
They're like, we're cutting your contract because you're not interested.
He had to rebrand himself.
So he rebranded himself and basically took all his political ideals and like pushed them to the extreme, so that like he would be like,
that's so funny,
the crazy guy.
That's exactly what Masvidal said.
And he did it because he knew it would keep he's making mad money now. Like, he's making money now that he never would have made being who he was and just fighting. But now because he turned it into like a fucking stupid character, he's basically like a WWE Trump supporter, you know? Like, if the WWE wanted to get people mad about Trump or get people mad about Biden, they'd have a character come out that's like, I'm Joe Biden's manager, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I picture him as. I think it's dope, though. I hope it's good. We always watch him, but we never fucking pay for him.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I always pay for him.
Okay, he always pays for him, and then I go to his house to watch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so there's that fight, bro.
Are you psyched?
I'm pumped to watch it, bro. I really am. Like, I don't find out about fights until like the week of, right?
Yeah, me either, really.
And then I watch like some news conference because I'll get like ESPN fucking notifications, and it's like this fighter and this fighter are gonna fight. And if I know the names, then it's more exciting for me. If I don't know the names, it's kind of like whatever. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited because I know both these guys. I'm not a big fan of both of these guys, and they're gonna be in there beating each other's ass, bro. It's like watching two Nazi fights. You know?
Two
Nazis fight.
You remember
you don't
Kimbo
give a
Slice?
fuck who wins, but you want to see them get their ass beat.
You remember Kimbo Slice?
Yeah, I do remember Kimbo. Yeah,
on YouTube and shit, and like he was beating people up in like backyards. Masvidal used to fight in that same backyard fighting shit as Kimbo Slice.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah. Because I went down this rabbit hole of watching like Kimbo Slice fights.
Yeah, I did that too once.
Because that motherfucker was like, he made it to the UFC, bro.
His fights, he's like, I'm Kimbo Slice.
Yeah,
and he fucking beat some dude's ass in a backyard.
And then he gets his ass beat too. Well, in the UFC, he got his ass beat.
In the UFC, yeah.
And it was by like a fat guy, bro.
Yeah, big
it was like
country.
a guy with a big beer belly and shit.
That dude was like a black belt though, and like multiple things.
He
was just deceiving looking.
He's like the Gypsy King, bro.
Yeah, he beat his fucking ass. That was just fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's just like fucking the boxer. That's the Gypsy guy.
The heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
His name is escaping my mind too.
Yeah, him, because he's
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury's like flabby, you know.
Yeah.
But he's a fucking champ, bro.
You know how I'm sure we've said it on here before, but like we always make fun of like Mormon people for soaking.
Yeah.
For people, I don't know if we've ever said this, but soaking, it's basically like Mormon people trying to have sex, but they're not. Like, it's kind of like you're just kind of stationary. You don't move, but you're there.
Yeah, it's like putting a hot dog in a bun, you know?
Oh my god. So anyway, I'm watching this video, right, where this guy's asking like people at like BYU, right? He's like, what's the one thing your parents have never, like, a secret you've never told your parents, right?
Yeah.
And one girl's like, I don't know if I should say it. And then she walks away and comes back and she's like, I DURF all the time.
What the fuck?
She's like, I DURF all the time. And I was like, what the fuck is DURFing, right? So I look it up on the Urban Dictionary, and DURFing means dry humping for LDS kids.
Oh my god.
So like if LDS kids really like each other, they DURF. And I thought it was so funny, man. It's such a funny term, man. They'll be like, I DURFed this one kid the other day, and that's like bad for them. You know what I mean?
It's like their parents would know that shit, bro.
Yeah, like their parents would be ashamed if they're caught DURFing.
God damn it, man.
Pants on and everything in the fucking rec room.
You know, I've had some Chihuahuas that are Mormon then because they DURF.
No, but they're naked
stuffed
though.
Animals and shit. They're naked and shit.
They're DURFing stuffed
you
animals.
You always see those
man.
videos, bro. Because isn't it like in one of the Grown Ups movie where there's like a dog that humps like a no, it was in Click, right?
It was in Grown Ups too, I think.
In Click, where like the dog humps the fucking stuffed
the
duck.
stuff, yeah.
I guess that dog's Mormon too, bro.
Damn, man.
Shit.
I
wish, you know, there's like some shit in my life, bro, that I wish I never learned, and soaking and DURFing now is one of them, you know? Like, yeah, it's just too much, man.
That shit's funny, man. Because the soaking thing, I remember when I first learned it, somebody was like, soaking, bro. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then
I think I told you about that shit.
No, I think it was a girl at work.
Really?
Yeah, she explained it to me. And then, it became a fucking inside joke for like everybody I know, right? Like me and all my friends. And now I know about DURFing, which is even more fucking funny because it's like, why would your parents get mad that you dry hump some dude in your pants, bro? Like, you guys, all you're doing is bumping into each other. Nothing's even happening.
I just picture them going into like a confessional and they're like, sorry, Father, but I have DURFed. That's fucked, dude.
It made me laugh so much. So that's what I remembered. I was sitting on the couch earlier, and I was trying to like remember because I remember seeing some shit. And I was like, "Fuck! I know I saw something funny as fuck. What was it?"
God damn it!
And then it popped into my head, and I was like, "Oh yeah." I looked that shit up on Urban Dictionary.
That's wild, dude. I wouldn't even look it up, dude. Somebody's looking at your search history from the CIA. Like,
yeah,
what
but
the
it's
fuck.
DURFing. What are they gonna do? Fucking.
They're gonna mark you as a DURFer.
Get marked by like Homeland Security as a DURFer.
Yeah, fuck.
That's trash. I would hate that.
You're a national security threat.
Yeah, there's no respect for people who DURF.
Yeah, no, you can't respect that shit, dude. It's like yodeling at Walmart.
Like yodeling.
I'm just kidding. I respect that guy.
Oh man, did you see the Will Smith, right? He's fucking famous as fuck.
Nah, who's that?
They're coming out with a sequel to I Am Legend.
Oh really?
Have you seen I Am Legend?
Yeah. We did a One Gotta Go on I Am Legend.
I think we did do one.
Yeah.
I Am Legend. You know how like I Am Legend ends and like everybody dies?
Yes.
Except for like the kid and the girl.
Really? Do they all die?
Yeah, remember he like goes full frontal grenade into like that army of dudes inside the lab? And, like,
but then there's still people that are alive, right? On the other side of the bridge or whatever?
Other people are alive, but
yeah,
I mean, he died. He dies.
Yeah.
Right? But I was looking at the thing and they said he's going to come back.
Fuck.
Him and they're putting Michael B. Jordan in it.
So he didn't really die.
They put him in everything. And I was like, what the fuck? How the hell is he coming back? I'm honestly worried about it because it's going to kind of ruin the first movie. Because the first movie was so good. Like, chokes out his own fucking dog.
Yeah, there's just no fucking way, bro. Like, always the sequels suck ass.
Yeah, it's going to ruin it. I don't want it to ruin it because I like the first movie, you know? He's like, it shows you how, like, the human mind can be kind of crazy. The dude's talking to mannequins and shit.
Yeah.
Kills his own dog because it's going to turn into a zombie or whatever those things were. I don't remember. But now they're going to make a sequel and it's going to be like, oh, he magically survived. It's going to upset me, man.
Yeah, I probably won't even watch it, to be honest. Because, I mean, I don't want to taint the first movie, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking DURF it.
I've done that shit where, like, a movie will come out and it'll be a sequel to something and I just don't watch it. Like I really like the first movie.
That's
and
so
I'm just
funny.
like, I'm not going to watch it because it's going to ruin it for me.
What if, what do you think it's going to be called? Like, fucking I Am Legend 2?
Probably.
Or like I'm a Legend as well.
It'll probably be something like The Legend Continues or some shit like that.
It's gonna get a fucking DURF on the fucking rating scale, man. Like, it's just dry.
I want to update on like what's going down in the Ukraine and Russia, bro. So we talked about it a lot last episode, and that was all just like the main shit we saw like day fucking 2. Because I think we literally did that episode like 2 days after
Pretty
shit
early
went
on,
down, right?
Yeah.
I just want to say, because I know there's been a lot of push like here in the U.S. where like the people were like protesting and shit, and they're like, we don't want to buy oil from Russia anymore. I guess we buy like 20 million fucking barrels of oil from them a month.
Yeah, that's
and
wild.
we're still buying it like right now. Even
Are we? I thought we weren't.
No, we're still buying it right now, even though they're like in Ukraine. Right now what they're doing is trying to like push for us to stop, and they're trying to come up with a way for us to stop.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Because in the State of the Union, they were talking about like releasing oil from the oil reserves.
Well, yeah, but that was fucking 2 days ago. The State of the Union?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't fucking know, dude. I know that Russia's getting cut off from a lot of shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing, I know there's a lot of protests going on right now because the U.S. is like, hey, I get it. We buy oil from them, and it's like, I don't remember, like 7 or 10% of the oil consumption the U.S. uses, right? But everybody's like, fuck that, bro. Stop buying their shit. Like, get it somewhere else for now or use reserves or whatever. Because it gives off kind of that, like, you're against them, but you're still kind of using
supporting
them to, like, prop yourself up, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough situation overall, right? Because, like, Russia wants to do this. They don't want anybody else involved, or they're going to fucking nuke. So people are, like, being real touchy about that. It's just fucking weird, bro. I've you know, just like Cain Velasquez, fucking Zelensky or whatever. Like, he's a badass motherfucker, dude.
The Ukrainian president?
Yeah, yeah, because most people would it's usually
leaders?
the pussy ass like dictators and shit, right? Where they're just gonna fucking leave the country. Like Saddam Hussein's bitch ass hid in like a bunker and shit. Fucking, I think Gaddafi was trying to get away from his country as well in Libya, I think. But nah, dude, Zelensky's like, I'm gonna fucking stay here and fight. Like, send me guns and shit. I don't want to get the fuck out of here. And then I think they asked him a question where he was like, do you want to talk to Putin? He's like, I don't want to fucking talk to him, but I have to talk to him because he's the one that fucking started this war, and he's the one that I need to fucking talk to stop this war. He didn't say it like that, but
something like that. Something
of
that range.
And you know, he was an actor, bro.
Was he? Like on TV and shit?
He's like our equivalent of like JFK, right? Because I think JFK was like a an actor, before he became a politician.
Was it him or was it Reagan? No, it was him, right?
Oh, I think you're right, bro. I think it was Reagan. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Reagan.
So whichever one of those presidents was an actor.
We don't fucking remember, bro.
Yeah, that's why we're uneducated, bro. But anyways, I think we got it. I think we hit it on the nail with one of those. So what if one of them sticks, whatever. But yeah, he was an actor and shit in his country and became a politician, bro. And like in that situation, imagine leaving your family, bro, because obviously he's gonna get his family out of there. That just makes sense. You don't keep your family there. But you were also talking about how he had like a bunch of hits on him already, like
apparently like people tried they tried to assassinate him like 3 times in the last like fucking week.
Yeah, that's fucking wild, dude. That's some intense shit.
They didn't like give any details. I don't know if that meant like people in his country who support what Russia's doing tried to kill him, or if Russia sent some fucking like 007 motherfuckers to try to do it. It just said that he survived assassination attempts. So somebody was trying to like either shoot him or blow him up or something, and he happened to get away every time.
It's fucking weird too, bro, because like I'm seeing like reports of like legislation still being passed and shit. I don't know if it's true, right? But if it is true, it's pretty fucking funny because they passed basically a law where like tanks aren't tax deductible because there's fucking farmers stealing the tanks and shit, the Russian tanks. So I don't know. That's pretty funny to me, man.
I saw funny shit too. Like, you know, Russia shut down Facebook.
Did they?
Yeah, they like.
I thought Facebook shut off Russia from Facebook.
No, I think Russia turned off Facebook.
I don't think that's true, bro.
Yeah, I think they censored all the Facebook because
yes,
in their countries so that they wouldn't see like the propaganda from other countries.
Yeah, and
it's like what China does.
They're like filtering information, right? Like, I guess they're lying about like death numbers and shit. Like, there's thousands of people dead, and they're saying that there's only hundreds and shit. But I mean, it's like I said last time, bro. I think the only one that really wants it is him, because like his people don't really want it. Obviously the Ukrainians don't want it. Nobody else in the world wants it, bro. Like, they were fighting at a nuclear plant, I guess, and they almost caused like a nuclear disaster. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, I saw they took that shit over.
Yeah, because the fucking the UN had like an emergency meeting about that, because I mean that's gonna have an effect on the world. Because I guess in do you know where that place is where they had like a nuclear explosion or something?
Chernobyl.
So in Chernobyl, it was just like one reactor that exploded. There's 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's fucking wild, dude.
Chernobyl's in Ukraine too.
Yeah.
Because they took that over first, which is like the old site for that shit.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, man. So any other updates that you saw
for that stuff?
Yeah, because you said you wanted to kind of give an update.
It was just that. All I saw was that stuff. Pretty basic shit. I haven't really seen much news about like actual like casualties or like how it's looking in terms of like if the Ukraine is holding or not. Because all we get is these like fucking like videos, you know, on TikTok or Facebook or whatever they are, and they're cool as fuck to see. But at the same time, it's like I kind of want to like know the actual ground situation. You know what I mean? Like how well are they defending themselves? Like how much of it have they had to cede to Russia? Because obviously Russia has more forces, right? So they're gonna have to like control certain areas of their country to like have a chance or whatever.
It's so crazy how technology is advanced too, with like groups like Anonymous and shit, right? Because like, you know, obviously because technology wasn't advanced back in like, I would say even in the Iraq war, like we weren't as advanced as we are now, right? And like we got fucking like Anonymous out there like shutting down like state TV. I guess they shut down the fucking main news site for Russia. Like, it's just crazy shit like that.
Dude, those Anonymous dudes, do you ever wonder like what would happen to those guys if they ever get caught? Because haven't they like fucked with like the whole world? Weren't they the people that like hacked?
They're like vigilantes though, bro. I mean, I'm sure there'd be some heavy charges and shit, right?
Yeah, because they've done shit to like everybody, right?
But I mean, these are like super geniuses, bro. Like, they know what they're fucking doing. And yeah, I'm sure, because like even there was like that whistleblower from here in the U.S. Snowden, bro. Like, he knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew what the U.S. was doing was wrong, and he fucking released the information. He's in Russia, isn't he?
I think he's hidden somewhere.
I'm pretty sure he's in Russia because like he cannot be extradited from there.
I'm not sure. There's a couple countries with no extradition, but he's definitely not here.
No, yeah, for sure he's not here, but I'm pretty sure he's in Russia, because I remember he's done like interviews over video, and they ask him like, when do you want to come home, you know? But they are gonna fucking charge him for fucking whistleblowing or whatever. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, those super genius people, dude. That shit like makes no sense to me. Because I get it, but like, fuck. You know? You're fucking with the whole world. So like, those are the kind of people that like, if you get caught, we wouldn't even know. Because we don't even know who they are anyway. So like, you could catch the anonymous dude, fucking torture him in some dungeon forever, and we wouldn't even know the dude got caught.
Well, the thing is, like, anonymous isn't like one guy, right? They probably have like one spokesperson, but it's like a collective, right?
Yeah, but it can't be more than like what? Like super genius dudes with like 20 people?
Bro, all over the world. They might just be saying shit, but he's like, you know, we even have your own people in Russia, like, doing hack attacks and shit. So I guess Snowden is in Russia, bro. He was granted permanent residency there in 2020, so that's kind of crazy. Because, I mean, Russia hates the U.S., so, I mean, it makes sense for them to do that. I mean, the U.S. wants him. He's like, I wonder if Russia like ever tries to get information.
I know. I was about to think that there's some conspiracy shit now, because like, if Snowden's there and you know he's privy to like information the U.S. had.
Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't they like arrest him or take him and use him to like try to hack some shit?
I respect Snowden though, bro, because he's like smart, but he's not like annoying smart. Because, like, Joe Rogan had, like, the security guy on his fucking show.
Yeah.
And that guy was, like, annoying smart, where, like, Joe Rogan was, like, asking him questions, right? And he was like, come on, Joe. Like, why are you asking me that?
That's how Neil deGrasse Tyson comes off to me, bro. He comes off as, like, smart, but, like, asshole smart. We're like... Arrogant, dude. And it's like, bro... Like, whenever he explains it so that the common people can understand it, you know, it feels like he's coming from a point of, like, arrogance instead of, like, just trying to explain it to me. That's how I feel with that motherfucker.
That's like
all
a dude
the time,
that would insult you with, like, you know, like, something real, like, fucking smarty, bro.
Some jokes about the fucking planet or some shit.
Nah, he'd be like, you know, yeah, you just fucking are manifesting your lack of having love from your mother.
Yeah, or like you say something
some shit like that,
or you say something to him and he'll be like, that's just the fluid moving from your frontal temporal lobe to your back axis Y,
showing exactly how much of a caveman you are.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck,
bitch,
dude?
Come here, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
This fucking guy. All right, well, let's move on to the end of the episode, the hypothetical moment.
Yeah.
Right? So for this episode, I have, what if you could be in any movie that you've seen? So any movie that you've seen, you can just put yourself in the movie. You're part of the cast. What movie would you pick?
I would probably pick The Sandlot.
You going to be in The Sandlot?
I would be in The Sandlot, yeah. Because it's not too outlandish. And I feel like that's a good childhood.
True.
Just chilling with the homies. Like, there's no fucking phones. You're just getting into shenanigans, bro. Like... And, you know, you're best buddies with all these guys. Like, all these guys are your fucking ride or dies, you know? Like, they all only played baseball every day because one of them wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like, some days they didn't even enjoy it, bro. Like, they're like, it's fucking hot out here. We want to go swim, you know, and shit. And they're like, I really need the practice, guys. You know? Like, yeah, like, that's friendship, bro.
Like,
that's
I need to get to
friendship.
the majors, man.
Yeah, exactly. So... And it was Benny, bro. That's who it was. Fuck. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Always in the fucking moment. But yeah, I think The Sandlot would be cool to be in. I'm just going to shout out a really close second would be Back to the Future.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, these older movies, bro. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in like an Avatar or something like that. I don't know why. It's just like too outlandish for me, honestly. So when we're saying we're living there, is it like because the world is real?
You're not even living
like,
in there.
You're
an
just, actor.
You're just in the movie.
That makes a lot more sense. So I was putting myself in the actual world. So I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you're like in the movie of The Sandlot.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that would be fucking cool. And then you're known as a legend for the rest of your life, bro. Because like Ham from that movie will come up on my timeline for TikTok. I'm like, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it's one of those roles you always remember. Like the Mighty Duck Kids. Everybody knows who the fucking Mighty Duck Kids are.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to play another role ever again. Like, that's the Mighty Duck Kid.
Yeah. It's like Zach and Cody, too. And shit,
Yeah, exactly. They're fucking set just for doing that one role or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
I think if I could be put myself in a movie, I'd put myself in, like, one of the, like, Tokyo Drift. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think it'd be fucking cool if they, like, if all my friends watched the movie, they just see me fucking drifting this motherfucking car through a parking garage and shit.
Yeah, bro. You wouldn't want to be a part of like Fast and Furious or like Fast 5 or whatever.
No, none of that shit. I don't want to be in like that shit where like I'm flying out windows and like family. You know, none of that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck all that. I want to be in the Tokyo Drift one where like I'm in Japan, fucking living the life, drifting around cars and fucking racing people.
Yeah, I think up to like, right, we both agree that those movies are only good up to like maybe 4, if that.
Yeah, like 4 or 5, which I think the last one I saw that I thought was like good or like at least not terrible was when they steal the safe, and I think that's like 5.
Yeah, I think that is 5.
And then the other like 5 are like
that was
fucking
outlandish though too.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
They're fucking dragging a safe with like cables.
They perfectly set it into a trash truck. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I think it's dumb. But the third movie, the Tokyo Drift one, I think would be really cool to be in because like
that culture's cool, bro.
Yeah, that like street race. It's one of the ones where you feel like it's a real street race culture, but it's like just drifting, and then it's also set in Japan, and I fucking think Japan is dope as fuck. So
it's funny to watch those movies evolve from like a car movie to like an action movie.
Yeah.
Because
even now, they'll do one race scene, and it's not even like cool.
Yeah, those movies should have always been about cars, but it turned into like stunts with like cool cars in the background, you know?
Yeah. It turned into The Rock fucking fighting Vin Diesel, and then there's a nice ass car in the background.
And then somehow they're like super fucking strong because like Vin Diesel can fly across the fucking 20-mile fucking 200-foot up in the sky bridge and fucking catch Letty midair.
Yeah, we're always talking shit on the Fast and the Furious movies, man. But the first like 3 were like it felt like real racing.
Yeah.
Like those ones I like. So like the third one to me is just the coolest form of racing because like I don't give a shit who you are. And everybody who watched Fast and the Furious, that's where like kids even learned what a fucking skyline was.
It's so funny that you're saying that because like earlier when we were just sitting there, your roommate, he was fucking like scrolling through shit, and Fast 9 is on HBO Max.
Right.
And I was like, man, they milked the fuck out of that udder, bro. Like that udder's almost out of milk, you know?
Yeah, there's like 10 movies.
Yeah,
and I think they're set to do like another 3 or some shit.
Yeah, it's wild. I know we talked about it too. Remember that I told you that like Vin Diesel is trying to like pressure fucking The Rock into doing more movies.
Yeah, but they hate each other.
Yeah. He doesn't want to do it anymore because he says it's toxic or whatever. But yeah, man, Sandlot for me, and you said Fast and Furious or Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift, man.
That's so funny because you don't even like cars per se, you know? You're not a big car guy.
I'm not a car guy in the way that like people would call you a car guy, right? Like I'm not going to tell you about parts. I don't know shit. Yeah, but if I see one that I like just because it looks cool, I'm going to tell you it looks cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know? I'm like the casual.
You're like the Hot Wheel kind of kid, you know?
Yeah, I'm that filthy casual where you're like, do you see the cool ass skyline in like Fast and the Furious? And then you want a skyline, but you don't know shit about it. You just want it because it's cool as fuck.
That makes sense, man. Well, yeah, I mean, I would put like the 2 movies I mentioned in my top 5 movies ever, personally. I don't know why I really
The Sandlot
like
and what else?
Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah,
definitely. They should do a TV show about Back to the Future.
That would be pretty cool, but no,
there's no way, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't want to fucking ruin it, you know?
Cobra Kai didn't ruin Karate Kid, though.
It kind of did, dude.
I think it elevated it.
To me, it did because, like, to me, I like Cobra Kai, right? But to me, the Karate Kid movies weren't as cheesy. Like, they were a little bit more serious, and now it's kind of cheesy. It was super cheesy.
It was a more serious tone for sure. Yeah. That makes sense.
But again, I don't hate Cobra Kai, bro. I like Cobra Kai.
Yeah, it was fucking good. All right, that's the end of the episode, man. Fucking check us out on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere you can listen to fucking podcasts.
Yeah, this is the Friday night podcast after dark.
Sunday night slow jams.
Yeah, man.
You trying to sound like the Sunday night slow jams guy?
But yeah, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, 1700 on TikTok. I know I keep mentioning it, but that's our biggest following. People really enjoy our One Gotta Goes on there. Gerald's been posting different content. Check out our merch. I still need to update that shit, but I should be getting some like spring type shit in there pretty soon.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not even warm yet. It's just like lukewarm right now.
Yeah. But yeah, any support you guys can make, it's definitely appreciated.
Peace.
Peace.